Hi guys, today I'm here with the beginning of Elf Week. I mentioned this in a recent Elf haul and you seemed super interested in it, so here it is. If you're not familiar with Elf, they are a super affordable brand. I believe they started online, I think, but they're definitely available more and more in store, which is awesome to be able to go in and grab, especially if you're Canadian, and then you can avoid customs fees. Let me know down below where you like to purchase Elf, because I'm always curious, always looking for a new spot to track down makeup. Today I'm going to be chatting all about my favorite Elf products, then coming up on Sunday I'm going to be chatting about my favorite Elf brushes. So if you're wondering why Elf brushes aren't included in this video, they're going to get their own separate series because I think they do an amazing job on brushes. And then to finish it all off, I'm going to be doing an oily skin diaries on an Elf foundation. So let's get started. Why don't we get started with what is on my lips? This is a Velvet Matte Lipstick in the shade Dark Brown. This is the only shade that I've tried from the line, but in the swatches that I've seen, they look really beautiful. It's a gorgeous matte finish, but definitely creamy, not too drying. And a fun fact, which you may have seen kind of taking over the internet recently, if I can do it, is the bottom of an Elf lipstick actually comes with more lipstick in it. So I read about it online. It's not necessarily a balm, it's just more lipstick in there. Not only does that give you an accurate color representation so you know exactly what you're getting in there, but if you're one of those magical unicorns that actually happens to finish a lipstick, you've got a little treat at the bottom. Speaking of lippies with treats at the bottom, this is an Elf matte lip color. I have this one in the shade Rowdy Rouge. I also have Tea Rose and Praline. I think that these are amazing. They can act as lip liners, lipsticks, a little bit more matte than your Velvet matte formula, but these are still super comfortable. They come in a huge range of shades. It keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I definitely want to pick up some more, but its treat at the bottom is a little bit of a sharpener. So although it already is quite slim, and even if it wears down and the point wears down, I think you could still totally get a precise line, but I think it's super helpful that it comes with a sharpener, especially if you do want to use it for something like a lip liner. So that's a little fun fact if you already own one or if you're going to purchase one. As for what is on my eyes and cheeks today, I am wearing the Elf Baked Eyeshadows. As a warning to these, I actually picked up this one in the shade Enchanted years ago because I saw It's My Ray Ray always using it as a highlighter, and I picked it up and it was so dry and it was so chalky, and I find that with some of Elf's products, definitely hit and miss within the collection. Some products just aren't good, but some products you get just are like, it's kind of a bad batch type situation. So kind of annoying, but this does cost $3 and I think it makes a gorgeous highlighter. I've got it on my lids and my inner corners, super bright. This one is so much softer than the other one I purchased because I was like, this can't be right. Like I see her using this in her videos all the time. It's gotta be good. So I spent an extra $3 and got another one and it was beautiful. And then I've also got it in the shade Burnt Plum, which is what I'm wearing on my outer corners today. I think that these are beautiful, can be used wet or dry. The lighter shades can be used on your face as a highlight if you want, and I highly recommend these. Another product from Elf that I think is an absolute must-have is their smudge pots. I love these, I love these, I love these. They are a cream eyeshadow base. They kind of took YouTube by storm, I feel like, about 2 years ago, and I tried them out not expecting much because I have oily eyelids and not much holds up to my oily eyelids, but these do an awesome job. I'm wearing the shade Back to Basics on my lid today, just a gorgeous gold. They've got some neutral shades, some bright shades, some brighter shades, not crazy bright, but brighter shades, deep shades, and I think that these are just super pigmented. I've never worn it alone on my eyelids, but I love using them as a base. They add tons of kind of stick for your eyeshadows to stick to, but they're also not too tacky, and I really feel like they last on my eyes. I've used them on their own before and they do a good job, or sometimes I will combine it with another eye primer just to bump up the staying power, but I think for like $3 a pop, these make an amazing base, and if you're trying to build up your collection, these are a really good option to do that. Something newer to me is their bronzer palette. They recently released this in the shade Deep, and I was super excited to give it a try. I need to try their blush palettes, but I've been super impressed with this. I used this one today to bronze. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it, but nothing crazy, nothing that really even showed up on my skin. This one is much cooler toned, and I use this to contour. And then this one here has a good bit of shimmer in it. I almost use it as an eyeshadow, and then this one's a little bit lighter. But I think that it's got a really nice selection of shades. Again, a very soft, finely milled powder, so you will get a good bit of like powderiness and kick up, but I do find them blendable. I don't find them patchy, and I really appreciate that they have a deep and a light, because not like a bronzer that works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you, so like the more options the better. Also, if you have any of these 4-pan palettes, you can kind of pop them out and make your own customized palette if you have the contour, the illuminating, the blush, and then you can kind of put it together and have everything you need. To do my brows today, I use the e.l.f. Definer Brow Pencil. This is $3. It's awesome. It comes with a spoolie on one end, which I really appreciate. And then on the other end, you get a bit of a thicker pencil in the way of like a Brow Wiz or a L'Oreal Definer. This is definitely on the thicker side, so if you're really looking to draw in like tiny little lines, this may not be for you. But for me, I have thicker brows. I'm looking to add some volume, fill in some more sparse areas. I think this does a great job. I'm wearing mine in the deepest shade, I think. I'll have to double check on that. I will link everything down below, but I think it does a great job. It is waxy, it's blendable, not too thick, doesn't move around. And in the world of like so many brow products and you just don't know what to do and you don't feel like spending $30 on a brow product that you're gonna use up in like 2 or 3 months, this may be one to look into. A product that I mentioned in a recent favorites video is their High Shine liquid lipstick. If you're going into this expecting it to be something that's gonna dry down matte, no. It's a High Shine liquid lipstick for a reason. It's kind of like a liquefied lipstick. It's very glossy, very pigmented, but still has great wear time. And I just think the color that I have here, Bitten Pink, is perfect. Unfortunately, I only purchased one in my haul because I was kind of testing the waters, but I think that this is a beautiful option. I don't find it too sticky. And if you're looking for something that's gonna be a little bit more moisturizing on your lips, plump them up, and still have some lasting power, this could be something to look into. There's a nude one as well and a kind of a deeper one, and then this one is just kind of like a perfect rosy pink. I've got 2 under eye setting powders that I really enjoy from e.l.f. This one is the e.l.f. HD, obviously, e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. I've seen people mention this and saying that it has like shimmer or glitter in it. I've never had a problem with it. I also don't really use it if I'm going to be doing any kind of flash photography, just because I'm never sure about these kind of more white powders, especially on my skin tone, but super finely milled, great for travel, comes in a tiny little package, and it does a nice job setting the under eyes. And then something else that I purchased, I was kind of expecting this to be like the Bare Minerals under eye kind of powder concealer, which I've never actually tried, but I wanted to try this one. It is the Mineral Concealer. It's got SPF 15, which I think is awesome for the under eyes. I have mine in the shade, I think it was like light or medium. And I liked this because it had a little bit of a tint to it, so it didn't look too stark under my eyes. I love that it has SPF, and because it is technically a mineral concealer, it had a little bit of coverage in there, so when I was looking to really kind of brighten my under eyes, I think that this was super interesting, and there's not much else out there like it. We are almost done, I swear. I want to mention the Shimmering Facial Whips. These are awesome if you love cream products, if you have dry skin. They've got a ton of glow in them, like near metallic. I don't find that there is any intense shimmer or glitter in here. I love the shade Golden Peach. In all honesty, I don't reach for these a ton just because I never reach for my cream products. But if you love creams, you have dry skin, you want to amp up your highlight, or even just to mix these in with a moisturizer to give them a little bit of glow for $1, it's not much of a risk. The e.l.f. Glitter Primer is something that I think is fabulous. I used this in a recent Full Face First Impressions to put on a lit glitter. I think it does a really good job. I definitely still mix it in with a kind of oil controlling eye primer just to keep everything in place, but I think it does a good job making sure that the glitter sticks and adheres. And if you're not wearing glitter all the time, you don't want to invest in a higher end glitter glue, this is a really good one for $3. I've put it to the test before against the one from Lime Crime back in the day when Lime Crime was still a thing and not a big makeup sin, and I think that this is totally comparable. And lastly, I want to mention the e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist and Set. I don't love this as a facial setting spray. I used it today. I find this spray is a little bit aggressive. It can like end up leaving some drops on your face. It's not horrible. It does an okay job. I don't find it really helps to mattify. It just kind of takes away that powdery look on your face and kind of like makes everything look more natural. It's fine for that. I think there's better things out there. But what I do like this for is spraying on a brush to enhance highlight like I did today, or to spray on an eyeshadow brush to make a pigment or a drier eyeshadow into something a little bit more metallic and really pop on your eyes. If you've got a favorite setting spray that you love to set your face, you don't necessarily need to spend the big bucks, I think anyways, for something to spray on your brush to intensify an eyeshadow or a highlight. So this is what I reach for because I don't feel guilty spraying like my $40 Makeup Forever setting spray, which I love to lock in my makeup. I think that this does a really good job just enhancing things when you're using your brush, or if you want to refresh your makeup throughout the day, this can work too. So there you have it. Those are my favorite products from e.l.f. I'm sure I'm going to go to put put all of this makeup back in my collection and notice that I've missed a few items. They make great stuff. I have been using them for years. Let me know down below what your favorites are from e.l.f. I'm always looking to purchase more, and be sure to stay tuned for the rest of e.l.f. week. I'm really excited to have a whole themed week on my channel. It's not something that I do often, so I hope you enjoy. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!